What's up, guys? I'm the Wrestlegamer. Welcome back to Let's Play Battleship Bishojo right here on the arcade. And on the last episode, Daichi spent a little time with Ocean and found a little bit more about the myth and the lore of what mermaids are, and before she brought him back up to the ship. And then as Daichi was resting, there was a big explosion, and apparently he needed to help Olivia down in the boiler room where things just got a little bit grabby, if you know what I mean. So this was the last line of the last episode, so we're going to go ahead and pick it up from here. It's strange how come no one else came down to see what was going on. I saw Sophie cleaning on the main decks again and decided to step over. Hey there, Soph. Huh? Oh, hi, Nike. How are you this morning? Well, fine. Just woke up to an explosion is all. Did you not hear any of that, or... all the stuff in the boiler room? Yes, I heard it. But I know Olivia can handle herself pretty well down there. Plus, I'm no good with any of the technology they have down there, so I just get in the way. Did you at least check to see if she was alright? No, I guess I didn't. I was so worried about my work that I didn't really think about it. Hey, don't feel bad. I wasn't trying to do that. It's just... I was just wondering what was happening, that's all. I trust Olivia a lot, sometimes maybe too much. I should have checked either way. She's fine, Sophie. Just a bit of a boiler mishap. Those have happened before, huh? Yet this isn't exactly the best brand new vessel on the entire sea. It's a bit of a fixer-upper. Which is why I usually have to clean so often. You know, I can help you with that sometime, right? Oh, I can't ask that of you right after you helped Olivia with the boiler. Why not? You've helped enough today, silly. That, and I think Katsu wanted to see you up in her office when you woke up. You sleeping super late, you know. I guess that makes sense. Alright, I'll go see what she wants. Where's her office at? Top deck, door on the very back of the port side. Can't miss it. This has a mishap written all over it. Gotcha. Thanks for letting me know, Soph. No problem, Daiki. Again, this has got mishap written all over it. I don't know how else to describe it. With that, I made my way over to the captain's quarters. A door on the port side, as Sophie had said. As soon as I reached it, I tested the doorknob to see if it was already open. Well, I guess I was wrong. Turns out it was, and Katsu was just sitting there, compass in front of her, leaning forward. So that was a nice sight, but I tried not to be obvious about it. I gave the side of the doorway 3 knocks, and she darted her eyes up to me, smirking. Ah, there you are. What's up, Captain? Sophie said you wanted to see me? Yeah, I was thinking about what you said before and figured it might be best to let you know the plan beforehand. Take a seat. There were 2 chairs nearby the desk that Katsu sat at. I took the one on the right and turned it slightly to face her. Did you hear that explosion at all this morning? I was just about to check in. Is everyone alright? Yeah, Olivia was just having some issues with the boiler. I assume she got it all patched up? Yep. Excellent. That's what I brought her aboard for. She spun in her chair for a moment before getting serious again. Right, the next bounty. So, she held the compass up. The image that was imprinted upon it now changed to a white silhouette of a tiger. This is the Yanshan Nico. Or Yanshan Nico. Let's go with Yanshan Nico. Gesundheit? No. What? Why would you make an overused joke like that? I don't know, it's an easy one to make. Whatever. The point is that this is our next bounty target. It is, huh? So what is it, first of all? Legend has it that this... Okay, hold it right there. When I first confronted you about the whole mythical creatures bit, you told me that they weren't considered mythical. I was referring to sirens and merfolk as well as a few others out there. So those creatures aren't mythical, but these things are like the Yanshan Nico are? It's less than they are mythical and more that they are, well, think of them as an endangered species, hunted to extinction. You're hunting an endangered species? It brings in the most money, yes. Alright, questionable morals aside, continue a little legend story. Legend has it that the Yanchiniko is a white tiger with strange yet terrific powers. It is said to be omniscient, a shapeshifter, and above all, extremely perverted. Why does that not shock me? Alright, and you're going after a tiger pervert because the price is right. Where's Drew Carey when you need him? Oh boy. Years ago I would have said Bob Barker, but back then visual novels did not exist. Are we allowed to say that, or I have no idea what you're talking about. Look, if we can get this thing, we'll be set for life. Just like with the Santiago or whatever, Zogame. And yes, I'm aware that plans didn't go well for that, but the Yanchiniko is said to be very small in size and thus easier to capture. Alright, I guess my next question is, what the heck is a tiger doing out in the middle of the ocean? Your guess is as good as mine. I would assume that it's just adapted to open waters and lives upon small archipelagos that out on the sea. Alright, so what's the plan then? We're on our way to the presumed location, following the compass, of course. Once we get there, we bait it onto the ship. And how do we do that? She smirked at my question. That wasn't a good sign. We use you as bait. That sounds like a terrible idea. Hear me out. The Yanchiniko is not known for being violent or destructive, just a mere trickster that steals from its victim and has its fun while it can. Usually charades around as a female, which is why you would make the perfect bait. You go to the front of the ship, and when we enter the waters, it'll think you're the captain. Do I look like a captain to you? Admittedly, I was wearing my old naval uniform. Pardon me. It was from the day before we were going to be stationed again before I fell off the pier. You look close enough to me. Remember, even if your current outfit may scream lowly soldier, where you're from here is never seen. The Yanchiniko will likely confuse you as either a high-ranking officer or as an extravagant pirate. Either way, they'll get so distracted with you that we can sneak up from behind and lay the trap. And you're completely positive that this will work. Obviously, it's a gamble. Everything needs to go exactly right. But the compass has never been wrong before, and you showed yesterday that you know how to smooth talk. For the most part. I'm surprised you don't know by now from experience. Yeah, well, let's just say your best moves are still average at best. Who says I was using my best moves? Let's not do this now, please. You've got a plan, and we should be within reach of the Yanchiniko within the day. So if you would please make your way out to the front deck. Alright, but if I get kidnapped and sent to an even crazier world, I expect a hefty reward when I get back. I make no promises for any of that. I'll hold you to it anyways. And whatever, lover boy. Now go on and get out of here. Sophie and I will be close behind. Yeah, you got it, I guess. Once more, we were off out to sea on the hunt for the Yanchiniko. We still had no real clue about what the creature actually looked like. Obviously, we thought it was supposed to be a tiger, but did it ever truly take on that form? Or was it always in its human disguise? Was it some sort of feline-human hybrid? I mean, that one seems sort of obvious because, you know, it is this kind of story. We aren't getting tentacles. We aren't getting tentacles. We sure as heck need at least one of those elements or some. Whoever wrote this, bang. Daiki, snap out of it. We're close to the Yanchiniko. Oh, right, sorry. Did I ever mention how awkward your name is to shout out? Yeah, I figured. Like, seriously, you just had to have two weird vowels next to each other like that. Alright, I get it. Look, are we close by or what? The sea seemed to answer for us. Out of nowhere, a thick fog seemed to roll in, first surrounding the sides of the boat, then coming up over the top and hindering our vision. Weird how this sort of thing has happened twice in one day. This must be the place. Keep your wits about you, everyone. Alright, Captain. Is she always this adorable, or... Stay focused, please. I did as I was told, merely watching as the fog grew denser and consuming the ship and making it hard to see even a foot or so in front of my own face. Katsu slowed the pace of the ship to a crawl as to avoid any collisions with unseen obstacles. Within the fog, things got even more silent as they were on the open seas, no waves crashing. No distant birds calling out, just complete, dead silence. That was, however, until we heard a soft thump near the front of the ship. Katsu hunkered down and I just barely saw her slink away from the wheel as I turned my attention back to the source of the noise. They were small, delicate footsteps approaching where I was. I remained stiff as a board, remembering the plan that was set in place. Still, I had no idea what this thing looked like or if it was out for blood. Katsu wasn't exactly reassuring when she had described the creature to me. A silhouette soon appeared in front of me. I could tell it was female, that was for sure. With that, my demeanor softened, but I still kept my guard up. Even if it was a female, I had been taught better to think that they couldn't beat me into next year. Women aboard the ship have pretty much taught me that. Slowly, features of the woman could be made out. She was pale as a ghost. She had hair that flowed downwards, covering her chest and seemingly ending at the small of her back. She had a lithe figure, but it was still busty as all get out. Is there seriously any female in this entire universe that doesn't support a rack as big as their head? Honestly, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I think I said that in an episode earlier. Hello there. Hey? You're, would you happen to be the Yensha Nico? Yes, many refer to me as such. Her voice was soothing, almost melodic. Very calm, but not robotic. It all sounded so natural. That's when I noticed the cat ears. Called it. So, what brings you aboard the ship? Being casual with a mythical creature you know nothing about was turning out to be my specialty somehow. I could ask you the same. I was just relaxing on a nearby rock when your ship made its way into my hull. It's not as if I don't give enough warning with the fog and all. I suppose that's a fair point. You caught me, I was looking for you. And why is that? She got close to me. Very close. She started to circle around me and started to whisper in my ear as she did so. Could it be we're looking for someone special? A mate, perhaps? I had only heard legends of your beauty. I couldn't resist the urge to see if they were true. And were they true? Quite the contrary. I paused, giving her a smirk. They were grossly underestimated. Just got a broad smile out of her. She put her hand to my chest and looked me up and down. I won't deny that you are quite the specimen yourself, but I'm not sure. Out of all the mates to offer on this entire planet, why should I choose you for life? You're the mate for life type, huh? Lately, I've thought about how nice it might be, especially with a human such as yourself. It's such a sad prospect, however. Outliving your mate every time? It's just so sad. I can imagine. How can you handle it? losing connection with your emotions tends to help after a while. Besides, you're awfully chatty. She wrapped the leg around me, both hands now on my chest. Why haven't you taken me yet? I'm throwing myself at you by now, handsome. Let's just say I'm not convinced you won't bite my head off the minute I let my guard down. We've only just met, darling, and I have no idea what you are possibly capable of. And those nails of yours. She giggled, flipping her hair. Her nails were indeed impressively long. Almost terrifyingly long. She teased me further by lightly scraping them across my neck. You make a fair point, handsome. What further proof do you need from me? Would you like me to dance? Tell some stories? Do you want to meet my parents or go steady? What exactly do you want from me? Well, to be honest, it's not really what I want from you. Then what is it? It's what they want from you. She chuckled as I said the words like she knew what was coming. That couldn't be good. From in front of me, I saw a shadow. Yanchiniko's eyes darted to the side as the shadow came down. The shadow came closer, and I realized what it was. A net. Before he could entangle her, she swiftly moved away from me, darted behind me, and then almost leapt away from me. The net fell across my face and entangled my limbs, causing me to fall straight forward. Phew. Ooh. Yes. Getting kinky, I see. You're a bad boy, you know that? I felt the heel of her foot going into my back. I grunted, wriggling, trying to free myself from the net, but it was no use. I suppose I can take you back to this. We can have ourselves a good old time. What do you say? Back off. I looked upwards to see only mist was slowly approaching from the thick white curtain in his pantsuit. This one isn't for you, Yanchiniko. Now surrender or you'll have to deal with us. Yeah, so you weren't alone then, huh, handsome? She dug her foot deeper into my back. I grunted in response. And all this time I thought I had finally found the one. But all I got was a cowardly cheater. Cheater? Wait, hold on, it's not like that. Oh, but I must say that is the very notion of a couple on the open seas. Nothing for little old me. It is quite flattering. Are you trying to mix things up with the bedroom? She removed her foot and got into a stance, her gaze narrowing at Katsu. Or were you looking for a pelt for the fireplace? Please, quit flattering yourself. You wouldn't be cut out for a baffling rub. The Yanchiniko bared her teeth and then suddenly lunged forward over my head towards Katsu. Her nails were apparently her main weapon, being as sharp as they were. Katsu reacted quickly, drawing her saber and swinging. The Yanchiniko just managed to dodge and went for a counterattack from Katsu's side. Katsu was nimble enough to dodge as well. Suddenly from behind, Katsu, a bunch of dart-like objects flew into the scene. Most missed, but one managed to lodge itself into the Bakaniko's shoulder. She cried out, gripping the needle swiftly, plucking it from her skin. Chemical warfare, huh? I haven't seen that in a while. Nice toss, Miyoko. Keep your distance, though. She's not messing around. I really hated being tied down like this. I knew I wasn't the best in combat training, but I could stand to be more helpful than a fish in a net. All I could do was writhe around as I watched the two go head-to-head. Katsu swung this way and that, and the Yanchiniko dodged each and every attack swiftly while lunging her claws forward. Even I could tell that Katsu was holding back. It was obvious from her stance. Even if I had never seen her in combat before, I knew a good fighter when I saw one. All those other soldiers in combat training I had watched from the sidelines? What's wrong? Can't keep up? Katsu swiveled, wiping perspiration from her brow before going into more swings, only to miss them all. I could see that she was tiring out, but she didn't falter for 1 second. It was then that I noticed that the Yanchinico was only using one arm to lash out now. The other just hung there, limp and useless, and whipping around wildly. I see the tonic Miyoko used is taking its effect on you. Can you see me slowing down? She ripped her useless arm like a bat aiming for Katsu's head. Although it was a bold strategy, it was ultimately too awkward to work. Katsu pushed forward, grabbing the creature by the arm and tossing her to the ground with a mighty wham. With that, she was stunned, lying there helpless, gripping her numb arm and crying out. She looked over at me, bared her teeth once more, obviously frustrated. Couldn't you have just come with me sooner? Not sure what you want me to say about that. You're a legendary trickster, Yanchinico, and for that you have my respect. But I think it's time we put you down. She held her sword at her neck, glaring down scornfully at the stunned woman. They just stared at each other, malice so hungrily in their eyes. Yeah, well, what are you waiting for? Katsu smirked. The chance at a better reward. Suddenly, 2 needles came out from behind her and dug right into Yanchinico's legs. Gah! She cried out, reaching down and pawing at one leg with her working arm, but even she knew it was too late. She managed to get the needles out, but she couldn't stand. She couldn't stand sitting there and panting as her legs went numb. Turning things like you in alive tend to add a good 50% to the bounty money. Now then, Sophie, get her to the brig. Aye, Captain. 2 pale arms came from the mist and took the Yanchinico from under her armpits. She writhed while she could, screaming out, but it was futile. She was taken back into the curtain of mist, likely to be detained in the lower decks. Katsu finally stepped over to me. I could hear a light tearing sound, and as I looked over, I could see her blade ripping through the net that held me. Be careful with that thing. Oh hush, believe it or not, I'm a professional with this. I can believe that, definitely. Good, now get up. Doing as I was told, I shrugged as the rest of the net from my back and stood. Katsu stood close to me, by my face, and smiled genuinely, giving me a pat on my shoulder. You did good. Sorry about the whole net thing. I'm glad I had a backup plan with Miyoko. Yeah, lucky for us. Weren't you worried Miyoko might have hit you by mistake? I trust Miyoko with my life, Daiki. She's never missed her targets in the past. Well, except for those darts that didn't hit the Yanchinico. She smirked, picking up one of the said missed darts. She let me see it up close, and I realized it wasn't a dart. It was, in fact, a small needle. The small column that would usually hold a liquid or medicine, or in this case, numbing agent, was empty. Decoys. She was baiting her to dodge into the one that was actually loaded. Whoa. Yep, that's why you don't mess with Miyoko. Noted. But how do those actually work? They look like miniature needles. How would the plungers actually do anything if... Well, they're actually a special invention from Olivia. Self-administering needles. They sense, impact the skin, and administer the drug when said contact is made all on their own. Dang, that's something. Somewhat terrifying, eh? Slightly. We stood there for a moment, watching as the fog that surrounded us finally thinned down, revealing a strange collection of tall rocks near the ship. An archipelago from the looks of it. Katsu had been dead on about that. I'm glad we stopped when we did. These things could have gone south real fast. Was all of that a normal thing for our Yanchinico to do? I'd say so. There aren't too many stories that I know of the Yanchinico, other than it being a trickster who preys on sealers in order to capture them. Capture them for what? No one has made it back from them to tell the tale. Some say they eat their prey, the easy answer of course. Others say it's truly to use them as mates, or toys as it were. Some even say that they transport them somewhere far away, even across dimensions. Uh-huh. It's all legend, however, so don't think on it too hard. I'll go check to make sure she's secured. Want to join me? I think I'm good for now. I think I've seen enough of her for a while. Yeah, whatever you say, sailor. Go rest for now. We'll handle everything from here. Right. Well, on that note, guys and gals, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode. If you guys like this video, be sure you slam that like button. Like a champ, and if you guys want to see more of Battleship Bishojo right here in the arcade, you know the two ways you got to do it. You got to leg drop the subscribe button and hit that bell icon to turn on notifications so that way you guys never miss out on another video right here on my channel. So with that being said, I am your friendly neighborhood wrestling gamer, reminding all of you out there to stay awesome. Bye, guys.